Hello and welcome. It's Bev Roberts here, and today I have Nic Bathurst with me. Welcome to you, Nic.
Hello, Bev.
So good that we're here to talk about all things plants and also about the List Growth Club.
Mm.
So, what made you decide to join the List Growth Club?
Because I think growing my list, when you first start a business, you've got so many other things to focus on. And, growing your list really isn't on the agenda. You're still learning how to do Canva and Acuity and all the different, moving parts of an online business that, growing your list is kind of just like out there somewhere, just one of those, way down the bottom of the list. But, I think if I had known this straight away and actually focused on growing my list straight away, it would have been, way more positive for the growth of my business.
That's true. That's very true. And
Mm.
so, what do you kind of expect or want from this membership?
So, well, I wanted to know, I just wanted support in every area because, while I've made definite progress in my tech is still a huge challenge for me. So I needed help with, just guidance in what is the best freebie, for my business. And then all the tech help and then all the follow-up emails. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts in a freebie, and I think it can be really overwhelming. And I just love the fact that I'm focused on it every single week. So and it's working.
That's awesome. And what's your experience been so far?
I think most of us in the group would say that we are, overwhelmed, not in a bad way, but in a really good way, with the support that you're giving us, because you're covering every single base. You are holding our hand through every single process. And I think, people can think, oh, well, maybe I'm not ready for that, that part yet. But like you said, I still watch it, and knowing that I will, every time, what it's like. Every time you do something, you learn a little bit more. And so, even though I might not be up to that part yet, I still watch it because I know I am going to be one day. And I think that's the beauty of List Growth Club, is that we're going to be doing it over and over and over again, so that you can just keep on doing a little bit more, getting a little bit closer, a little bit closer. And you're holding our hand every step of the way. So it doesn't need to be overwhelming in a bad
Yeah,
way.
that's great. Yes. And the reason that Nic's mentioning about doing the same process is because I have a 5-step process that we follow every time we do. So no matter what the project is that we're doing, we follow that process to outline it, set it up, promote it, optimize it, and then where we can automate that list
Mm.
growth. So that's awesome. Now let's talk about your freebie that you've created. Tell me what it is.
So I've done a free training. So it's a video tutorial type of thing, and it's called Plant-Based Hacks to Kickstart Your Weight Loss. And basically, it's aimed at women in midlife who are struggling with stubborn hormonal weight, confused about all the diet options out there and not knowing where to start. And I think, one of the biggest things is, what is the right health plan for, us when we hit midlife? Because let's face it, things are changing. Those hormones are making things more difficult. We've got hormonal symptoms. I know that my clients, if they've never struggled with weight before, all of a sudden, they're gaining weight. And so things are different. And so we have to make allowances for those differences and, find what's right for your body, in this new season.
And so is it for women of a certain age? So look, some women are going into perimenopause earlier. So what's, who's it actually for? And what
Um,
do they want? What do they want? What are they looking for?
yeah, I think it definitely for, women over 40, 45, once you've started to notice those changes, um, really, I'd say any woman can benefit from this, of course. But, specifically, I'm talking to women who are going through the change, as what we call midlife, starting to experience those menopausal symptoms. And, we really want to be able to support our journey moving forward. And, a lot of times we don't realize that the food that we eat can not only, I mean, we know that it affects our weight, but the food that we eat is also going to impact our menopause journey. We can actually breeze through menopause if we're eating the right foods. Like it is really so exciting, and it's not something that is out there. But there are products that contain hormones that are going to make your journey worse. So if we can minimize those and bring in more plants in an easy way that you don't feel like you're on a restrictive diet, which plant-based eating isn't, then yeah, it's just going to be magic.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so if I were to do this training that you have available on demand, what outcomes could I expect if I take the action?
Well, weight loss, feeling better, sleeping better. I know that my clients' aches and pains, their arthritic kind of pains start to decrease. So, I mean, that's what you're going to experience. But I think the most exciting part is that you're going to actually have confidence that you are supporting your body during this season. I think that's, because there's so much, like I said before, conflicting information out there. And quite frankly, some of it's damaging. People are doing things, they're getting results, they're getting weight loss results, but what they don't understand is what's going on inside of your body is actually more harm, causing more harm than good. And so, yeah, it's important to know these things.
Yeah, and I'm sort of one of Nick's clients, and I can testify to the work that she does. It's absolutely phenomenal. I would not have believed that it was possible to reverse my own blood results in terms of my heart markers and also to release all this weight. So it's
Mm,
easy. I love the food that I'm eating. I just get so much pleasure from my food. I always have. So
mm,
it's awesome that I can, continue to eat really not only eye and feast for the eye, but also nourishing for the body and also not needing to go and look for something else in the cupboard. So
mm.
it's a real lifestyle for me now. So that's
Mm.
also all thanks to you, Nic. I'm very grateful for that. And so tell us how we can get our hands on this training.
I suppose we'll put the link somewhere, in the show notes. But yeah, it's once you click on the link, you'll be able to download the training, and yeah, grab a cuppa and sit and watch. I think it's about 30 minutes, and you'll definitely have some action steps that you can take at your very next meal.
Oh, that's awesome. So everybody, make sure that you click the link below and get yourself sorted for this midlife or whatever you want to call it. Maybe it's your third act, like Jane
Mm,
Fonda
mm.
said. It's the
Yes.
start of something new for you in your
Mm.
life. And don't let those symptoms from menopause track you down and keep you think because you've got Nick's tools to support you. Thanks for sharing that, Nic. Can't wait to see what comes next.
Mm. Thanks, Bev.
Bye for now, everybody.